All right. Hey, everybody. Today, I am very happy to be joined by Bob Labasio from Corporate Sales Coaches and Tyler Ebnett from Revenueify. So, Bob, I want to start with you. As a longtime NSCA member advisory council member, I want to talk about the merging of corporate sales coaches, which, for a long time is focused on customer-focused selling, and merging with Revenueify, which focuses on revenue operations and managed services enablement. This collectively creates a new offering for NSCA members. And Bob, I want to get from you, can you kind of explain why this marriage can help integrators better position themselves for how the industry is evolving?
Yeah, great question, Tom. We've enjoyed a relationship with NSCA members for quite some time, and we've got some very strong results as a result of people implementing the programs we've had. So we deal with skills, core skills, sales process, all the things that every integrator in their sales team needs. And we've had some great results. People who have increased their business by 10%, 20%. I've had some integrators report back that they had 50% improvements. However, as much as we've helped the integrators, and I think that has now been proven, most of what we attribute our success to is project revenue. And the elusive part that has been such a challenge for our industry is that everyone is still trying to crack the code or figure out what they can do in order to get managed services and specifically recurring revenue to be something that's more favorable. So what I really like about the combination is this elusive part is where Tyler comes in. He has been there, done that, his track record with that. It's not just theoretical, and we've certainly added quite a bit to our curricula, our customer-focused selling curricula about selling managed services. But some of the playbook items, the actual day-to-day things that you do, the secrets to success, in my dealings with Tyler, and as I was introduced to Tyler, he is the real deal. And I think what he has to share with our members would help all the customers that I've had the benefit of working with going forward.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more, Bob. And getting the industry to move the needle on that shift from project-based revenue to more of a recurring service-oriented managed services as a service type revenue has been such a challenge, but it's such an important one. And Tyler, that's a great transition. I think for you, I want to start by getting you to talk about the revenue team assessment. Can you talk about what that is?
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you for the time here, and Bob, thank you for the compliments on that on the managed services side. But yeah, the revenue team assessment, that was one of the first real big projects that Revenueify and Corporate Sales Coaches really took on after the merger. As we were kind of looking at what each of us were bringing to the table, we both realized we both had a really good piece of the sauce here, but now combining that, it's making a really powerful look into integrators' organization on their readiness for managed services, along with their ability to be able to drive other, more advanced solutions, drive margin. We have some integrators that, they're struggling with new products, and really this assessment is meant to help them for their entire revenue organization. We really broke it down. There's some key areas that we're really looking at for the integrators. The first is their revenue team skills. Bob has a history with that with corporate sales coaches, their sales process, their revenue operations, their managed service readiness, and then just the priorities within the organization. And we believe melding all those together into a scorecard and really helping integrators now, hey, here are the 3 key areas you should focus on. Don't spread your resources so thin that you're looking at, spending them on everything. Here are the key things that are going to accomplish your priorities and really move your organization forward.
One of the things I like about that, Tyler, is it helps to take the conversation away from convincing integrators that they need to make this shift, because I think most are convinced it's not that. It's that they're trying to figure out how to make it work. And I like the idea of providing substantive information and resources to help them understand how to do that. Now, along those lines, you guys also have a paper that you're putting out there on structuring your sales compensation plans for RMR growth. But what is that?
Yeah. That's a combination of work here between myself, corporate sales coaches, and the NSCA, really looking at what type of comp plan do you need to help drive these different recurring revenue? Because, we talk about it all the time. Selling projects is different than selling recurring revenue, and your comp plan needs to be able to support that. And over the last 15 years, I've had exposure to a lot of different organizations' comp plans, ones that have really high RMR growth and ones that are really stagnant. And, like it or not, salespeople are coin operated. And so having that really good comp plan that incentivizes them to want to go do that and want to make the money, that's important. I think we give it a little bit of a bad rep that we say that salespeople are coin operated, but that's actually a really good thing. If you have a comp plan that supports that, you're going to have really good growth. You're going to have really good excitement within your revenue organization, and they're going to really start driving that for you. So I think we're getting that document uploaded here in the resource library for all the members to be able to use it. And within it, we go through in really good detail some of the math behind our recommendations on the comp plans and how you can start implementing it. And then also how it applies, because there's a lot of different integrators out there with construction market, selling direct. We kind of break it down for the different groups depending on what the integrator might be, how they might be going to market.
I think that's great. Now, Bob, I want to talk to you because you've made countless connections as a trusted advisor in this industry, in this integration industry, for quite some time. Now, from your perspective, with this merger with Revenueify, why is it so important? And what about you? What are your future plans?
Well, my future plans are to allow Revenueify to really become the integral part of sales strategy for our members. Looking back kind of on your first question, Tom, I think we've done a good job. People don't like sports analogies, but it's a new football season and college football is kicked off. So my analogy is what I think the members should be looking at is the way they have used the sales process that we've put out before is all the basic skills. I need to have the basic blocking and tackling. I've got foot skills. I've got coaching. I've got a whole series of things. Those need to be in play, and we've helped organizations throughout the NSCA to get better at those. What really has been elusive, as I said before, is the managed services. You need the same skills in order to approach managed services, but it's like a separate part of your offense or a separate part of your strategy. I look at what Tyler brings to the equation as sort of the red zone offense guru. Everybody is going to want to know, when I get into the red zone, what do I need to do? And I would suspect most of the integrators would want to hear from the expert at this, and that's why this is going to be important. So my work is not done. I would like to work for the next few years with Revenueify to not only bring the basic blocking and tackling out there so that everybody can be ready for the challenge, but then to really have this playbook on, let's say, the red zone offense, if you will, so that could be the difference between winning and losing.
Nice. That's what we want to hear, Bob. Good. Well said. All right. So I just want to thank, Bob and Tyler, because, the NSA community really appreciates the help that you've provided. It's so important, to focus on growing revenue and expanding the ways in which integration companies are acquiring that revenue and transitioning to that, recurring, insulated based revenue model. And we appreciate the work that you guys are doing to help the NSA community. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.